What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we get to talk about some awesome news regarding Halo Infinite. Today's news is all revolving around a new villain that was announced for Halo Infinite. It was announced on the Halo Waypoint forums and something that I really am just so eager to get into, so let's just get right to it. So today's news comes via GrimBrother1 on the Halo Waypoint forums. He goes over some things that are coming to Halo Infinite, some things we have had announced and some things we obviously haven't, hence the point of this video. So today's news was actually released yesterday as of the time of this upload. Unfortunately, I just couldn't really get to it because I was at work. His life, but I really wanted to get into it because I want to give my thoughts to you guys, because this is really something I'm super excited about and I'm sure a lot of you can get behind as well. This really is one of the coolest things we've known about Halo Infinite since the announcement of Halo Infinite, and that's a new villain, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me because first we all thought it was just going to be Atriox. No. Now you got Escharum to worry about, and now we got this boy. I'm just going to scroll down to it so you guys can see this absolutely looking dude. I'm not even joking. Everything about this character design I am 100% on board with. Everything about this character just looks so cool to me. From the red and black color scheme to the lights on his chest, that Tron aesthetic though, and the robot arm. We've never seen an elite with a robot arm. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm fanboying a little bit. I know I am, but it really is something so cool to me. I really want to know the story, like just those key visual characteristics alone. I want to know, what has this character been through? How did they lose their arm? Also, this elite seems to be a part of the Silent Shadow. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Silent Shadow, it's a highly trained elite unit that's just above and beyond anything we've seen before. Highly lethal, highly trained, they're going to be an absolute fearsome foe to fight against. They come from the expanded lore with the comics and the books, and seeing them appear in a game is just a fanboy's dream. It really is. I never thought I'd see the day where these guys come into the game. I believe this character's name is supposed to be pronounced Jega or Dominar. I could be wrong, but going off of what we know with how elites names work, I would say that's my best educated guess. Again, I could be totally wrong. Something that just occurred to me now, way back in the earlier parts of the year, we had the New York Toy Fair that showed off a lot of packaging for Halo Infinite toys and merchandise, and there was a lot of villains that were TBA that they didn't want to show off. A toy of this dude would be pretty cool. I'm just saying, I would love to have Jega, whatever his name is, a part of my Halo collection. You already know that's what's going to happen. I'm super excited for it. But let's go over his character bio and what 343 has to say about his character. He's a high-value headhunter. In hushed whispers throughout the ranks of the banished, Jega or Dominar's name is spoken with care. The Blade Master's history is shrouded in rumor and half-truths. Some say he was an experiment, an affront to his own kind. Others make mention of the clandestine ambush gone wrong. Very few know the truth. Fewer still speak of it. One thing is certain, he has hunted demons before, and as the first recruit welcomed into the hand of Atriox, he will do so again. Chills. Just reading that bio just gave me chills, because there's so much to unpack in just this small paragraph alone. First, we get to know that this character is just completely mysterious. Not even most of the banished probably knows who this guy is. He's the elite that doesn't exist. I just love that idea. And then it says some say he was an experiment, an affront to his own kind. Where does that sound familiar? Maybe our boy in green, perhaps? An affront to his own kind? An experiment? Could this be a one-to-one to Chief with the elites? Don't get me wrong, Arbiter by all means is a great character in Halo lore, but we've never had a highly augmented, just absolute crazy looking, menacing bad guy. Arbiter we always sort of felt for, but we've never had a bad guy that just goes one-to-one with Chief. And I thought that was just going to be Escharum, but I think this guy is going to be like the boss fight before we get to Escharum. I think he's going to be a huge threat and something we'll have to deal with in the campaign of Halo Infinite. I mean, you could clearly tell that he's been augmented in some way just by looking at the arm alone. What lies underneath? We don't know. Is he going to be 2 feet taller than the average elite? That would be just nuts. But then it talks about very few know the truth. fewer still speak of it, one thing is certain: he has hunted demons before. And if you've played any Halo game before, you know that demons is the name for Spartans. Perhaps this character killed a Spartan that we know and love. I will be so sad if it's blue team, I'll be honest with you. And then finally it talks about he is the first recruit into the hand of Atriox. So here's my thing. I know I said that I think he'll be the boss fight before Escharum. I think he'll be the boss fight before the boss fight. But I also think that it could be that this is the messenger, the representative for Atriox that maybe Escharum reports to. Maybe he's above Escharum. You know, maybe we encounter this guy. Escharum just is, we just don't know, right? But I think maybe that Escharum could be working for him, and I think that would be cool. This chain of command, like Escharum, okay, we beat Escharum, now we fight Jega, and then next game we fight Atriox. Probably not. I really hope not. I want him to be saved for long after. I want him to be just so epic when we take him down. And then it continues to say that he's a mysterious and battle-ravaged Jedi Warrior. Jega represents one of the several new characters that you will encounter along your way through the Halo Infinite campaign, each confrontation playing its own part in Chief's continuing journey. So we know we're not just going to fight him once. He's going to be a reoccurring threat and somebody that I just can't wait to fight. Again, I can't get over it. He just looks so good. Actually, he reminds me a lot of the Inquisitors from Star Wars. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Then they wrap it up with, while today's introduction is just a quick glimpse, we hope it leaves you eager to learn more. Trust me, we can't wait for you to have the opportunity to explore more for yourself. I mean, that's standard 343 talk. They're excited to let us in on the game. I'm head over heels with this character. I'm so on board. He's better than Escharum. You could write that down. I think he's way cooler looking than Escharum. I think that he's it, Chief. He's it, Chief. I do think you should read this article for yourself, so I did leave the link in the description below. It also goes over the Stairway to 7, which goes over the Mjolnir class variant, the Gen 3 Mark 7, just the new armor, the next generation, the next evolution of Spartan armor. I'm guessing that this is going to be our multiplayer Spartan base look. I think this will be, you know, what we have when we first start playing the game, and then as you unlock things, maybe you could make your Spartan look more like Chief or whatever. I think they showed this because I think this is going to be our very first Spartan that we boot up the game with. And then it goes over some other things for the community, just things that, you know, if you missed out on, you could you know, update yourself on. But one last thing I want to go over is actually an update to one of my questions I had in a previous video, and that is the novel Halo Shadows of Reach and whether that was going to get delayed again. It's confirmed. It's still coming out on October 20th, which makes me a very happy soup. I'm very excited to see that. I know Troy Denning was also tweeting about it on Twitter saying, yes, it's still coming. The publisher was talking about it. I'm very excited for this book, and it's going to hopefully hold us over to Halo Infinite. I just got to know what's going on with Blue Team. I got to know what they're doing on Reach. Maybe we first encounter Jega and Escharum here. Maybe Arbiter's in the book. Maybe Cortana comes back to the good side. Probably not. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this dive into this article. I want to do more things like this. I'm not the best news reporter, but I will always talk about what I find interesting. So I hope you guys found it interesting too. What are your thoughts about our new villain that we had revealed to us? I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And just a heads up, I do stream every Wednesday and Friday on Twitch. I'll leave the link to that also in the description. So go ahead and drop me a follow and you could be there the next time I go live. This week I'm going to be drinking some Halo Monster Energies on stream while we play Warzone Turbo. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just can't wait for you guys to be a part of it with me. And until next time, I'll see you online. VanillaSoup out. That's the intro. I'm going to do it. I'm committed. I'm not.